Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be covering eco-cities, specifically Masdar City, and it's a geography case study. I'll be talking about its positives and pitfalls. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so what's an eco-city? An eco-city is a human settlement designed to function in balance with nature, aiming to be self-sustaining and ecologically healthy. It prioritizes ecological security, including clean air, water, sustainable food systems, and protection against disasters, while also promoting social equity and the well-being of its citizens. Okay, so welcome to Masdar City. And here's a quote I took. Dependent on oil for too long, Abu Dhabi has invested 15 billion US dollars in building Masdar City, a sustainable low-carbon eco-city in the desert. That's crazy. Masdar City is an ongoing project of the Abu Dhabi government to learn how to build sustainably and become independent from oil in the long run. So where is it? Yes, I already said Abu Dhabi, but that's the capital of the United Arab Emirates. And it's situated approximately 17 kilometers from downtown Abu Dhabi, and it's actually super close to the airport. When I mean super close, it's literally next to it from the map you can see. And okay. So when did this all happen? Well, the construction began in 2008 with an ambitious goal. They were like, okay, let's create a city that can be powered entirely by itself with renewable energy. We're not going to use any oil that we produce. It's going to be great. And yeah, you can see how the design incorporates, traditional Arab architecture and modern eco-friendly technologies. Okay, so the aim of Masdar City was to, first specialize in greenhouse gas emission reduction projects, rely entirely on solar energy, become a hub for clean tech companies, provide homes for about 50,000 people. Okay, I'll go back to that in a sec. Provides facilities for numerous businesses, create a new tertiary education institution, blah blah blah. These are, some of its main aims, you could say. And so processes. How does it aim to be an eco-city? Well, first they have a zero carbon energy thing. Right? Masdar City is designed to run entirely on renewable energy. So this includes using solar panels, that wind turbine things, right? Yeah, that's what they're called. And geothermal energy sources. And and they also have sustainable transportation. So Masdar City is also designed to encourage the use of electric and hybrid vehicles. So that little car you see, that's powered by a solar system, I believe. From that little teeny roof. Okay. And the city also features a PRT system, which uses self-driving electric pods to transport people around the city without generating carbon emissions. And I think they also have a transportation system to take you to the airport as well. Okay, more. There's more, of course. Green buildings. The buildings in Masdar City are designed to be highly energy efficient. Right? So with features like insulation, so it's burning hot in there, right? So you kind of need that. And shading, because again, it's burning hot there. And natural ventilation, because again, it's burning hot there. To reduce energy consumption. The city's buildings also use recycled and sustainable materials, which I think is great. And they also have this kind of water system, water management kind of thing. So because they want to reduce water consumption by using recycled water for irrigation and cooling, as well as collecting rainwater for reuse. And they also have a green belt for parks. As you can see in the picture, you can see how green it actually is in retrospect, to improve air quality as well and to reduce the urban heat island effect, which is a key vocab, I'd say. Okay, so let's move on to the yays. I think I've already kind of mentioned the yays because how it approaches being an eco-city itself is quite yay. So, Masdar City, right? One of its key positives, I'd say, is the commitment to clean energy and eco-friendly designs, because it's almost powered entirely by renewable energy sources, like I said earlier. And the city features, smart architecture, energy-efficient buildings, and a walkable layout that reduces reliance on cars, even though they have cars. And it's all within one place, because it's a mini city, mini super environmental city. So yeah, I'm not going to go so deep on this. You can read the text box And the nays are pretty long. So the nays, okay. So Masdar City, of course, it sounds like a utopia where there's a lot of trees and cool houses, right? But there are pitfalls to this, right? Despite its futuristic vision, the city has struggled to meet its original development goals. So it was initially projected to be completed and house about 40,000 residents by 2016, but progress has been slow and the population remains much smaller. So they call it the Green Ghost Town. Hence my amazing collage. But yes, the population is not actually zero. They have about 4,000 residents, which is like divided by 10. So that's not good. Another thing is the costs, the high construction costs, and the harsh desert climate, which have, posed major challenges, making it difficult to, scale up with the project. Okay. And critics also argue that its reliance on government funding and the broader environmental footprint of the UAE's oil industry kind of raises questions about its overall impact and if it really cancels out each other or whatnot, because the oil industry is quite big. This is a photo I took. The sunset's really pretty and all, but yep. Okay. So essentially people kind of say it failed, right? If you search up Masdar City fail, you get 1,000 articles, right? I just picked a few because I thought it had funny titles. But well, factors contributing to its perceived failure can be again, the financial issues and the changes in the economic landscape and a shift in focus and things like that. Even though it did not meet its original goals, Masdar City continues to be developed. They say construction might end in 2025 or 2026. I'm not really sure about that. So you could check on that later too. So the conclusion is, while Masdar City symbolizes a step forward in sustainable urban planning, it also highlights the risk of ambitious green projects, right? So it's a great eco-city and all, right? It has, it's checked a lot of things on the list, but based on its location, how it finances, it has a, kind of negative side to it. And that's about it. Here's a random summary of notes I took from class. And thanks. See you next time.